Well, good evening and happy Sunday. It's September 22nd, and we're going to do episode 10 of REV Cucina Sundays. And since we're basically in the height of the eggplant season, I'm going to make an eggplant dish. I'm going to make an eggplant pesto with almonds, eggplant, basil, and some anchovies and a little splash of nutmeg. I'm going to mix it with a Casarecce pasta, and we're going to pair it with this Nero Diablo, the Sicilian red wine, which I think you'll enjoy. And we're going to get started. We're going to cube the eggplants and then get them processed. And we're back. So one of the things about eggplant to cube it, there's a lot of ways to do it. What I do is I take the eggplant and I'll peel it. In this case, you don't want to bite through the toughness. I'll peel it and cut it, in sections. And so a section looks like that. And then I'll make long slices, planks, and then I'll, which I've already done, and then I'll separate the planks and put them on the flat side like that. And then all you're doing is cutting through the planks, and now you're making these little sticks, which you'll then cut into cubes. It's a pretty easy process, as long as you got a sharp knife. And a lot of people do it different ways. So I'm going to kind of cube these, and then once they're cubed, I'm going to put them in the frying pan with some garlic, get them soft, so then I can throw them in the food processor with the basil, the almonds, the parmesan, and the anchovies to make the pesto. And that's really about it. In the meantime, I'm going to have a glass of this beautiful Sicilian red. I hope you're doing the same on a Sunday, watching football or whatever you've done. I hope it's been a great day. And we're back. So now I've got the frying pan heated up, preheated, put olive oil just to kind of cover the bottom. And then I'm going to add the eggplant in and saute that first. But I'm going to put, before I do that, a nice big clove of garlic and let that kind of infuse in that oil. And then I'm going to remove it. And then we'll add the eggplant. Saute that until it gets nice and soft. Once that's done, we're ready to then start making the pesto. And I'm going to do that back here in this little food processor. Add all the ingredients in here, and then basically once the pasta is cooked, put the pasta in a bowl, dump the pesto in, and we're done. So we're just about ready to start heating up that eggplant. I'm going to get this garlic infused in the oil, and then we'll come back. And we're back. So I've gotten the garlic infused in the olive oil, and I've taken the garlic out, and I'm going to use it, though, in the pesto mix. So let's get the eggplant in there. It's a lot eggplant when you dice up one sort of medium-sized eggplant, but it'll cook down, so it won't be too much once you get the boil, sauteed down. It'll soften up, and then once you put it in the processor, it's going to reduce even more because it's concerned for liquid. So we'll get that in there, and then we'll salt and pepper that to taste a little bit. I've already salted the eggplant when you're drying it out, because the eggplant has a tendency to kind of be a lot of water in it. So I've done that. Just start stirring it a little bit, and then I'll add some pepper. Shouldn't take very long. This might cook down for about 5 to 10 minutes or so. And then one of the secret ingredients that I put in, and you could do, I don't know, it's kind of not fall yet, but it kind of football and whatnot feels like fall. So throw a little nutmeg in as an alternative. You could put some extra lemon in there if you want, or more of a summer side of it, but I'm kind of feeling fall-like. So I'm going to add some nutmeg to the eggplant once it cooks down. And we'll give it that sort of really rich, warm, earthy deal. And this eggplant will cook up pretty quick. So let me get that done. We'll go off camera, and then I'll come back once this is hopefully done, and we'll build the rest of the pesto. And we're back. So one thing you can do, when you coat the bottom of your frying pan with olive oil to sort of saute the eggplant, and I've got the pasta water going, and I throw just a little ladle of that in there and splash of some red wine, and it'll get that eggplant going a lot quicker. So it's getting nice and soft. And I'm going to add some pepper here. And also some salt, and then keep working that eggplant till it gets nice and soft. Like I said, it'll get liquefied when you process it, but you want to get it as soft as you could before you do that. And then I'm going to add the pinch of marjoram. Excuse me, marjoram, nutmeg. I'm thinking about marjoram because my marjoram herbs are not doing too well outside. I think they probably got a little bit too much water. Just a pinch of the nutmeg, not too much. It'll overpower it. You can smell it. And I love the smell of it, but too much, it starts smelling like Christmas, and it's too early for that, isn't it? All right, so this is just about done. And then I'll show you how to build the rest of the pesto, which is kind of interesting, eggplant pesto. Kind of was playing with the idea over the weekend. I hadn't tried it yet, so we'll see how it looked good, in terms of like putting all the ingredients together. And there's plenty of eggplant out there, so I thought I'd try it. All right, I want to shut down while we get this rest of this done. And we're back. So I've transferred the eggplant over to this little processor. In that, I'm going to add garlic. I'm going to add the almonds. And these are these almonds I get out of the store in Brooklyn. They're just fresh, raw, and they just really pop. And then I'm going to add about a cup of basil, loosely packed. It's starting to get pretty stacked. And then I'll probably start grinding that down before I add the cheese and the oil. So basically, we're going to put this in here and then start grinding it. And once I get that down on consistency, I'll start adding the other ingredients, and then I'll show you, what it looks like in the end. I got this little blender, it's a small mini food processor, which works pretty good for like when you're just making a little bit of pesto. Then you could put this pesto in a jar and store it for, a couple of days, but I'm going to use it fresh tonight. And we're back. All right, so I've got this to a nice consistency. It's real soft so it can spread over the pasta, but I'm going to add some oil now. So what do? This particular food processor has two holes in it. Kind of, once you got it chopped there, you could turn it on and just drip the oil in. Just feed it so you're not getting too much in at a time. Make that. There we go. And this is a lemon olive oil, which I really like with this dish. So now I'm going to taste it and see how soft it is. Do I need to adjust for taste? How soft you want it? If you want it, a little more sort of coarse. I like it kind of smooth over the pasta. And you can always smooth it out when you're doing to add some more pasta water. But I'm going to test it. I'll come back. Okay, and we're back. So now I have put the pasta in the bowl. It's a little al dente. And so what I'm going to do now is put some of the pesto, which came out on top of this here. I'm not going to use all of it because there's a lot. I'm going to use a lot. And then you'll mix it in the pasta. And you might have to add some pasta water. It depends. See how it goes. Ooh, it's looking good. I don't know if I have to add any water. It seems pretty good consistency. Jumped out there. That looks really good. So then I'm going to basically top it off with some Parmesan, a little oil. Mix it up pretty good. Get nice coated. You can't see it, but I'll take a picture of it. And then some Parmesan on top of it. If you want, you could add more basil, but there's plenty in there. And a little spritz of the oil. Just about out of that. And let's give it a taste. Looks really good. Wow. That's really interesting. It's really good. You can taste the eggplant, a little hint of the nutmeg, the almond. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Well, anyway, hope you have a great week. Buon appetito. And we're back. So I've got most of the ingredients in here. I'm going to then add a little lemon and then drop in some of the oil and get it sort of nice and smooth. I've kind of got it going pretty good. And I'm going to put this lemon in here first. Just kind of squeeze it in there. There we go. Probably a half a lemon is good for sort of this size pesto. You gotta squeeze that in there and get it all out. There we go. Great. And then I'll start moving that around as well. And then add a little bit of the oil I'll drip through the top.